Meanwhile, the White House tripling down on the foreign policy, sending an aircraft carrier to the Middle East amid a new Iranian threat. This is President Trump stands firm on his support for Israel during a new ceasefire with Gaza and downplays North Korea after a new missile test there. Here now to weigh in on all of this, Fox News national security analyst Walid Phares. Walid, we've got to start with this. The warships heading to Iran. Our European allies are very nervous, suggesting that this would actually breach the Iranian nuclear deal and somehow start Iran toward a belligerent path.
I do not agree with that argument, with the European Union argument, with the Brussels argument, because basically what we're doing is a response to an escalation by the Iranians. I mean, Brussels should have looked already at the escalation in terms of continental missiles, in terms of deploying Iranian Revolutionary Guards in Iraq, in Syria, in Lebanon, in Yemen. This was the moment for the international community to say, hey, Iran, you are escalating. What we have done is to send a task force to the Gulf. It's precisely the opposite, to put pressure on the Iranians and tell them this is a balance of power. You go forward, we will go forward. And usually what that would do is just deter the Iranians from future aggressions in the region.
I mean, Walid, isn't it true, at least in your experience, that this perhaps is the only thing that the Iranians actually pay attention to, is a show of force and determination?
It did happen even before, a few months ago. Remember when the North Koreans were firing missiles. And then suddenly there was a tweet from the White House, from the president. But with the tweet came 2 task forces or more surrounding North Korea, and the North Koreans understood that in reality we will react. Now the Iranians will understand once you deploy that force, it's very simple. They do the calculation. They cannot basically face us with this might. So this should serve as a deterrence. Speaking
of North Korea, firing another missile, it wasn't a nuclear missile, didn't go over Japan, but it increasingly seems like maybe Kim Jong-un is needling President Trump, wants attention. What is he trying to achieve here? And President Trump, by the way, is still saying no. He trusts that Kim Jong-un will do the right thing eventually.
You actually answered it with one concept, that is, yes, the North Korean leader is speaking to the United States president, to Trump. He's basically telling him, oh, I want more things. Oh, I want your attention. And the president is very, used to this kind of transaction via activities. But the North Koreans should be very aware that if they go beyond that, that's why they're using tactical missiles. That's why they're not throwing those ICBMs across from the Japan Sea and beyond. They understand that.
Right.
But they want something, and that's why they're playing that dangerous game anyway.
Walid, I want to borrow your foreign policy expertise and bring it to a domestic level. With those rockets fired, almost 700 by Hamas, so far, to my knowledge, not one Democratic presidential candidate has said anything about that. In the meantime, we've had Congresswoman Ilhan Omar put out a tweet, and it seemed to support Hamas, and Nikki Haley, tweeted back at her. We've got the tweet on the screen. I won't read it in the interest of time. But what do you make of the fact that Democrats aren't going to condemn this sort of actions? How does that play in foreign policy? How can we achieve any foreign policy goals?
Look, we can read all of that. There's nothing secret about it. The foreign policy platform of the Democratic Party, at least now, has shifted big time from what it was before. I mean, when there used to be rockets fired on Israel or against any of our allies, you would find maybe 60% of Democratic politicians responding. Something has changed. It went further to the left, if I might say. But statements in support of Hamas, that is never seen before. I mean, that means that more radical ideas are now carried by politicians, by elected officials.
Yeah. All right, it's a worrisome development. Walid, appreciate it, as usual. Thank you.